Hello children, a warm welcome to one more English class. This is Varnalina ma'am. Listen children, today we have to discuss about the lesson, the water ghost. See, this water ghost is a folk tale from China. Yes children, what is folk tale? Folk tales are the stories that was not written by anybody but is as popularized by mouth to mouth of the people. So let us today we discuss about the lesson, the water ghost. So, uh, in the olden days in China, fishermen knew goats of the drowned liver at the bottom of the river. See, the olden days in China, the fishermen, you know what is fisherman? So who catches the fishes are called fishermen. So the fishermen know that the ghost, they are living in the bottom of the river, who are drowned in the water. So they are become a ghost and they are living in the bottom of the river. Okay, so in the olden days in China, fishermen knew ghost of the drowned lived at the bottom of the river. So where the ghosts were living, the ghosts were lived in a bottom of the river. So in the olden days, the fisherman believes that they knew that they believes that the ghosts are living in the bottom of the river. What they did not know was that the water ghost of Hongo River wished to find someone to take his place. Only the fishermen knew that the ghosts were living in the bottom of the river, but they did not know. Was that always the water ghosts. Water ghosts. So which are the ghosts? They are living in a bottom of the rivers. So they are called water ghosts. So the water ghost of that Hongbo River. This is the river. Which is this river? This is Hongbo River. So the fisherman did not know that the water ghost. This is water ghost. Hongbo River. They are always wishing. They always wanted to find someone, anybody to replace them. If anybody drowned again in the water, if they died, so the water ghosts are finding them to replace them. Then they can move from the water until any another person, if they died from the drowned of the water, only they have to leave until the as a water ghost in that river. So if they got any other person, they can move from of the water from the river. Okay, so fisherman knew only that the water ghosts are living in the bottom of that river, but they don't know always that water ghost wanted to find someone to take their place. Okay, so again I will read. In the olden days in China, fishermen knew ghosts of the drowned lived at the bottom of the river. What they did not know was that the water ghost of Hongbo River wished to find someone to take his place. Okay, children. One night, the water ghost climbed aboard the boat of a fisherman named Jijian. And when the fisherman leaned over the side to haul in his net, the water ghost pushed him into the freezing water. So one day what happened? So one night, the water ghost climbed a boat, children, climbed up the boat. So of a fisherman. So which fisherman's boat it climbed? Jijian. Who is that? Jijian. And when the fisherman leaned to bend over the side to haul, to pull something in his net, the water ghost pushed him into the freezing water. So one night what happened? Our water ghost climbed on a boat of a fisherman named Jijian. One day the water ghost climbed to the boat of the Jijian. Then when that fisherman was bent to side the pull something in his net, so this water ghost simply pushed him into the a very cold water, freezing water. It's very cold water, children. Okay, so one night the water ghost climbed aboard the boat of a fisherman named Jijian. And when the fisherman leaned over the side to haul in his nets, the water ghost pushed him into the freezing water. So Jijian quickly lost consciousness. So when the water ghost has pushed him into the very cold, freezing water, so quickly, all of a sudden, the Jijian ghost is consciousness. Consciousness, the state of being able to use our sense. So he become unconscious. So when the water ghost has pushed him in a water, so very quickly, very suddenly, all of a sudden, Jijian lost his consciousness. That means consciousness means he can't use able to use his sense organs. The ghost pulled his body to shore and placed the ghost tablet upon his tongue. So when the Jijian become unconscious, the ghost pulled his body to the sea, that river shore, bank of the river, then placed the ghost tablet upon his tongue. So after that, so this ghost took him, pulled his body to the bank of the river, that is shore of the river, then placed a ghost tablet upon his tongue. Okay. Then the ghost flew to the underworld to speak to Yen Lo Wang. So, emperor of dead soul. So, after pulling the Jijion's body to the shore, so then the ghost flew to underwater to speak with a Yen Lo Wang. Who is it? Yen Lo Wang. Yen Lo Wang is a god of dead souls. This is according to Chinese mythology. According to our Hindu mythology, who is the god of dead souls? Deads? Yes, Yama. We call it as Yama, as an emperor of or a god of dead person, dead. But according to Chinese mythology, Yen Lo Wang is emperor, the king of dead souls. So the water ghost flew to the underwater and started speaking with in low wang. I have found someone to take my place, he announced. So in the beginning of the story only I told you children, see here, only fisherman knew that some ghosts are living in the bottom of the river, but they don't know that always that ghosts are wanting or finding some another person to take his place. So now when the water ghost thought that the Jijian was died, then it pulled his body to the shore and he went to emperor of dead soul and told, I have found now someone to take my place. He announced it. The water ghost announced it that now I found someone has to come my place. So if he take my place, I can move from this river. But Jijian was not dead. Simply, he lost his consciousness. He was not dead. He was not died. Simply lost his consciousness. When he was certain the ghost was gone, he hurried home and bolted the door. So when he confirmed that when the ghost was gone, then he quickly hurried to run to home and he closed the door. He bolted the door. So, but Jijian was not dead. Simply lost his consciousness. So he was when the ghost was gone, very quickly he ran to home and she bolted the door. He closed the door. Meanwhile, when the water ghost has told to En Lo Wang that someone is he found someone to take his place, so En Lo Wang looked into Book of the Living and Dying and saw Jijian had not been entered. Listen, children, I told you. So this Yen Lo Wang is the emperor of dead souls. Okay. So he has the record of who are living, who was died and who are living. Okay, book of the living and the dying persons record it has. If you see many Kannada films, if in that film we have a concept of Yama and Chitragupta, you can find that Chitragupta having a book always on his shoulder. That in that book, always Chitragupta has in the account of who are living and who are died person. The same here, Yen Lo Wang. Okay, Yen Lu Wang. So he looked into the book. What is that book? Book of the living and the dying. But what? He did not saw that Jijian had not been entered. Why he has not entered? because he was not died. He was only he lost his consciousness. He become unconscious. Has not died. So go back and take your rightful place. Yen Lo Wang told the ghost. So when the water ghost told that the person is ready to take his place, but when the Yen Lo Wang looked into his book and he could not find anybody has died, so he told to water ghost, just you go, no one has died, you just go back and take your place and go to your work. And if you do not retrieve your tablet, you will never leave the river. And also, the Yen Lo Wang told to the water ghost that you have to return your tablet, retrieve it to bring and get something back. That is called retrieve. Get something back or to bring back. That is called retrieve. So, and if you do not retrieve your tablet, you will never leave the river. So, until you will never take back your tablet. What tablet? The ghost tablet. It has placed it on the tongue of the Dijon. Isn't children? He thought that the Dijon was died, but Dijon was only the unconscious. So he placed the ghost tablet upon his tongue. So now the emperor of the dead soul told us, if you do not bring it back, your tablet, you will never leave the river. Until you return back your tablet, you never leave the river. The ghost flew back and found the fisherman cottage. They very strictly ordered in Lo Wang to get back the tablet. So the ghost flew back and find the fisherman's cottage. Fisherman house. When Jijan answered the knock, the water ghost began to weep. Please return my tablet or I am doomed. So when it was knocked the door of the Jijan, then the Jijan one answered. Then the water ghost started to weep. Weep is nothing but crying with emotion, crying with strong emotion. That is called with feelings. With feelings we are crying now. That is called weep. So the water ghost began to weep, crying. Please return my tablet, or else I am become very suffer. I will suffer a lot if you are not return my tablet. I had a problem. I got a problem. So I have a suffer. Doom is suffer. Some sufferings. So if you are not return back my tablet, I may be some have problem. So Jijian said, I will return your tablet if you make sure my nets are always full. So Jijian told that, yes, okay, I will return your tablet. But one help you have to do me. So then if you make sure my nets are always full. So fisherman work is always to catching the fishes, throwing a nets on a water and catching a fishes, isn't children? So he told Jijian, told to water ghost that, okay, I will return your tablet, but you have to make sure me that when I throw my nets on a river, always my nets are full of fishes. So if you agreed that, I will return back your tablet. Naturally, the ghost agreed. After a while, the water ghost began to appear to talk to Jijian. Before long, they became friends. So when Jijian said that, okay, surely I will return back your tablet, but only one thing I want to do that. Always if I throw my nets on a river, always my nets are full of fishes. So naturally, because the ghost wanted the tablet at any cost, because of that, the ghost agreed that. Then after some times, always the water ghost began to appear to talk Jijian. Always the water ghost will come and talk with a Jijian. After a long, they become very friends. Before a long, very short time, they become very friends. Before long, they become friends means after a shorter period, not a long, but a short period, they become a friends. Jijian stopped him from killing any innocent man, woman, or a child. The water ghost agreed to each time. So when that water ghost is going to killing any innocent man, woman, or a child, so always Jijian will stop them. And also the water ghost agreed each of the time. Whenever the water ghost will wanted to kill anybody, Jijian will tell to stop, don't kill. Then it is also agreed to not to kill. 3 years passed. Yen Lo Wang, the emperor of Dead Soul, decided to recommend him for a promotion to the Jade Emperor. See, children, after 3 years passed. So, after 3 years, Yen Lo Wang, the emperor of Dead Souls, okay, so decided to recommend to give promotion to the water ghost, recommend to the Jade Emperor. You know what is a Jade Emperor? According to Chinese mythology, Jade Emperor is the first god. Okay, the first god that is called Jade Emperor. According to Chinese mythology, Jade Emperor is the first god. So, the Yen Lo Wang decided to recommend for him, for water ghost, to give promotion to the Jade Emperor. The water ghost was appointed to a post at the Cheng Hong temple. So when it recommended to the first god, that is Jade Emperor, to give promotion to the water ghost, then the water ghost as appointed as a post at the Cheng Hong temple. Okay, children. So Cheng Hong temple. So he got a post. Water ghost as a post, and it has appointed there. He left an invitation for Jijian to attend the ceremony. So he sent a invitation for the Jijian to attend the ceremony when he was taking as a post in that Cheng Wong temple. So when Jijian found the invitation, he hurried to the temple. But the ground and temple were deserted. When Jijian got an invitation, found the invitation, he ran to the temple. But the ground, the temple ground and also a temple were deserted. Deserted with no people in. You can't find any people in there. Deserted with no people in it. There is no one is there. So the fisherman lay down to sleep. So when the fisherman couldn't find anybody there, he started sleeping. In his dream, he saw the water ghost hand him a bag of coin. So he saw it when he was asleep. A dream has come. So in his dream, he saw that water ghost hand him a bag of coin, that is a gold coin. You saved me from killing. I will always watch over you. So, and what the water ghost has told him? So, always you saved me from killing, because water ghost always killing many innocent people. But whenever it go to kill any innocent people, so Jijian will stop him. Don't kill. Stop him always. Because of that, he's telling that you saved me from killing, and also always I am watching you. When Jijian woke, he found a bag of gold beside him. Though it is a dream, but when Jijian woke up, he found a bag of gold coins beside him. Forever afterwards, the fisherman missed his friend, the ghost of Congo River. So after many times, see, the fisherman has missed his friend. So the ghost, who is his friend? The ghost of Congo River. Listen, children, how one person, a fisherman, has changed the mind over what water ghost. See, I think you enjoyed a lot this lesson, is it, children? So again, I will come with a beautiful and interesting story. So until you have to go through the lesson and read the lesson properly, children. Yes, we will meet in the next class. Bye bye.